It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Here we go. Henry, Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Come on, baby.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Jackson. Flushed out right. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Watch number 86.
Draw play. Ingram now. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 35-yard line. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Ingram again, a first down carry. He's got the first down inside the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
49. 48.
To throw, it's Carr. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Complete to Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Push him back. Check safety.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he is all the way up past the 25.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Letting one go deep for Roberts. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 3rd down, Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Harris now to return. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Here's Carr. Well, this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run here with Ingram. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
2nd down and goal. Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0.
We got this.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Now Carr got his man. It's Williams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain. What a story Darren Waller has been so far this year in 2019. Had already doubled his production from his first 4 years in the NFL through 5 weeks. 18 catches in his first 4 seasons, 37 catches through 5 games this year. One of them up. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. After the sack here, 2nd and 11.
Go! 48 mark.
Throwing now is Carr. Caught by Jones. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
6-18. Hey, box truck. Check 48's the mark. Check.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Tyrell Williams, as the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, a full half to be played. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conlon. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something great.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Raiders 7.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Carr gives to Rashard. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, Charlie. Here I come.
From the gun, it's Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 43.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Carr. This is caught by Williams. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tyrell Williams. His second touchdown of the afternoon, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air, because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting, because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. The end result, 21 yards.
It's a gain of 21 yards. That's another.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory, right at the 40. Jackson from the shotgun. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And that'll make it 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down, Mark Ingram. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. 1st level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. It's complete to Snead. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. So it'll be 2nd and goal when we return. We've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. And again, it's Ingram. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
3rd and goal, Jackson. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Former Buckeye first-rounder Garyon Conley there to knock that away. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. Tucker's kick is good. And they take a lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Carr to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
93. Check, he's coming. Bravo. I got you.
The Raiders do snap it. It's Carr. It's caught. Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. Carr now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Carr again. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And avoids the contact by sliding. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
This pass from Carr taken in by Waller. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check, 48's the mic. Hey, let go. 48 the mic.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Pernell McPhee in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Enough to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick on Wassor. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Here we go. Mike's 50. All right, T, let's
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
50, and watch the line. Shift. Wait.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And that is incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Escaping the pressure right. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Pernell McPhee in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep. He's got a man. Complete. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. This offense once trailed by 2 touchdowns. Now they've got a chance to take the lead. 1st and goal. Well, Charles, a game and a decision that people may be talking about tomorrow for sure. Had a chance at a long field goal there at the end to try and tie it. They elect to not kick it, and they lose the game.
And I think what we'd all love to see is that little slip of paper that the special teams coach handed to head coach before the game. They said, this is where our kicker is good from today.
I'm Brandon Go. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Oakland Raiders. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Mike 50. You ain't going nowhere.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Got his man there complete to Gallup. 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there on the first play of the game. 52 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there, 1st down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Let's make no bones about it. On paper, they're the better team. They're at home. That's a strong opening drive.
And just think how many times we've seen this type of a matchup. Just what you said. Better team at home should steamroll them. And we've seen it go the other way. Sometimes, though, they buy into it and understand we are the better team. Let's go out and prove it right now.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Jacobs, the first-round pick out of Alabama. He's acquitted himself quite nicely in this first half of the season, taking over as the #1 option in Oakland. Had 2 touchdowns in the opening Monday night win over Denver, and he delivered 2 more, plus his first 100-yard game in London Week 5 as the Raiders took down the Chicago Bears. To throw on 3rd down. Carr able to find Waller. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And this time, the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Carr. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards the pickup there. Here's Carr. For the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's 2nd down and goal at the 5-yard line.
The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Carr now to throw. Buying time to his left. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington.
93. 94. Mike 54.
Carr to throw again. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Trevor Davis there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half.
4th and goal, and they found a way to throw it in the end zone for a touchdown.
And these defenses, they just like 3 downs, get off the field. But here they had to go 4, couldn't get it done.
A lot of the time, you're looking up and saying, okay, if I hold them for 3, at worst, I give up a field goal attempt. When they go for it, sometimes it really affects the defense because maybe they're not mentally prepared to go that 4th down.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field. And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. And the Raiders have got him. Cleveland Farrell in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And they'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Throwing. Prescott. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad regardless.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Carr completes it, and he's going to get this inside the 30. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. To throw, it's Carr. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab, and the Raiders have taken the lead. An extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done.
Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. It's Eric Harris who picks it. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points.